Hi guys, this is Kyle here from Team Beast Police, and today I'm going to be giving you a deck profile, and it's going to be on Fire Kings actually. I really like this deck. It's probably going to be my main deck of the format. I really like its explosive power and its ability to just control the field and have like infinite field presence because of Garunic's ability. It does consistently well. It wins probably 80% of the time. Really bad matchup against Dark Worlds, but it also has really good matchups like Geargias and all that stuff. Anything that really swarms the field and can't deal with having their field taken away. Anyway, straight to deck profile, we have 3 the boss monster, which is Garunic's. His ability is destroy by card effect, special summon during the next standby phase, blow up every monster on the field, and destroy by battle, special summon any Fire King from your deck. He's the boss monster, he's the main floater, and he wrecks every single deck. Next is Triple Barong. His effect is, when destroyed by card effect, you can search your deck for any Fire King card and add it to your hand. He's really good, 1800 beater. 2 Fire King Corinne. Only 2 this card because if you're on 3, you're going to have dead targets. Its effect is, when destroyed by any means, you can send any fire monster from your deck to the grave. So I guess it's like a monster version of a Foolish Rail for the deck, which it needs for Garunic's. 2 Flammable Fire Dog. Lots of targets for it. I run 3 Barong, 2 Kryn, and those are really good targets, along with 2 Magician. Like, it's unconventional for this deck to run Magician if you've seen other deck profiles, but I like this. Well, this is kind of like a synchro variant for me. I really like this in the deck because I was going to go for Scrap Dragon and all that stuff, and Scrap Dragon triggers their effects. Next, for hand traps, you run 2 Maxi. Maxi is really good in this deck because you get to draw your pieces really quick, and it really shuts down a lot of your opponent's plays so you can set it before they do. And lastly, for the monsters, I run 1 Pyrex. I run Pyrex because originally I was running Sacred Phoenix, but I found out that it's not really beneficial against most players because they're running a bit heavy storms, so they don't set many back row. And I find Pyrex gets rid of problems like BLS and all that stuff, and there's the phone. Pyrex get rid of problems, and this deck has grave control with spells and traps and a lot of monster effects that it runs. Next I got the spells, Dark Hole, Monster Born, and Heavy Storm. 2 MST, get rid of stuff like Bottomless and Pulse, which completely shuts down this deck, sorry. Can't speak today. Yeah, you need to run 2 MST because Compulse and Bottomless and Macro hurt this deck like you wouldn't fucking believe. Those are the stable spells and traps. 2 Circle. Most decks run well, and 2 Onslaught as well. Most decks run 3 of each of these, but I decided that 2 is good enough because Barong can search them, and they end up like being, well, this one ends up being dead after a while because, like, I don't know, Garunic's can only come out so many times a duel, and Circle because I like other cards in the deck opposed to it, such as Trade-In. Trade-In's really good because it allows you to get rid of your Garunic's if it's dead in the hand, and allows you to draw more cards and, you know, fill up your combo pieces more. And lastly for the spells, we're on 2 Rekindling. Many monsters in this deck are around 200 defense, and it allows you to go for huge game-breaking synchro plays and XCs and swarm potential, and it's a game-breaking card. It wrecks so much. It's probably going to get hit on the ban list, I'd say. If you're watching this video before the March ban list, that's why I'm running 2 Solemn Warnings. After the ban list hits, this Solemn Warning is going to be replaced by a Compulsory. Yeah, but this deck runs a lot of traps because it tries to shut down your opponent as much as possible while controlling the field and still being aggro at the same time. So 2 Warnings or Warning and Compulse is still really, really beneficial to this deck. 2 Deep Prison gets rid of many, many, many problems. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, standard good card. 2 Fiendish Chain. I found this card's like a game-breaking card in this deck and a lot of the meta, because you get to shut down so many like big combo plays that your opponent tries to do. 2 Call the Haunted, which is ridiculously broken in this deck. If they hit it with MST in the back row, you chain it, you get Garunic's, or you get Barong or something like that, you can search out any card, because when this is destroyed, it destroys the monster itself by card effect as well, so they get their effects off of that. And lastly, for the traps, we run 2 Torrential. They get all their effects and destroy by card effects, so why not fucking nuke the field while you're getting all your effects at the same time. Next we have, I guess, the extra deck. The extra deck is pretty stable, like it does its work, and it helps a lot in the game. Stardust, double Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is insane in this deck, and they get all their effects when he's targeted by the effects. Well, when the monsters themselves are targeted by Scrap Dragon's effect. So you get to plus multiple cards off this card. Crimson Blade are really good against a lot of decks. Thought Ruler, Black Rose, Tiger King. This card doesn't have like much purpose for its first effect, but a secondary effect is detach material and negate all effects of your opponent's monsters. I used this multiple times, even in the last locals, to get rid of stuff like Maestroke and all that stuff, so it's a really good card. Geargias Mirrorgeist, Utopia, Paptist, Lion Emperor. He's really good if you have, say, a dead trade in hand, and you use his effect, detach material, get Garunix back to your hand, and you can discard it with trade in a plus. Zen Means, Tempo, Levier, and Acid Golem. Yeah, it's a pretty stable extra deck. It does its work. And lastly, for the deck profile, we have the side deck. This deck is able to side into a lot of cool cards that most decks really can't. And here we go. Lava Golem, really good. 2 Blast Sphere are really good against Geargias because they attack with Fortress and it blows up Fortress. They take a lot of damage. Nobody sided this card except for me. I friggin' love this card. I like this card better than Stone for a side deck card. 2 Fossil Dyna. I don't care about blowing up my own special summons because if I do, they'll still get all their effects, and it shuts down stuff like Geargias. This actually won me the game against Geargias in the weekend. 2 Skill Drain. This deck, most of its effects, other than Garunix's explosion effect, happens in the graveyard. So this can shut down like a wide variety of decks. Double Goza Match. All the monsters you're going to summon besides extra deck cards are all fire. So this shuts down any decks that run multiple attributes like Spellbooks or anything like that. Mind Crush. Good for Spellbooks and Geargias and all that stuff. Double Kickfire. This is good against, like, I hate Final Countdown. I used to run it, but I still hate it. And this is good against any, like, kind of stall deck that, like, tries to burn you or anything like that. You can burn your opponent down first. Double Mirror of the Wolves. Dino Rabbit, Wind-Ups, all that stuff. Kills them pretty good. Double Chain D, Wind-Ups, Sams. And lastly, Spell Shining Arrow. Good for Spellbooks, Sams, Dark Worlds, anything that uses a lot of like either field cards or continuous spells and traps. Well, spells, sorry. Anyway, guys, that's the deck profile, and I really like this deck, and I'm probably going to continue using it since Dino Rabbit got hit with Sangan and all that stuff. But just tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment below and like the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to inbox, and I'm sure we'll be able to answer them. Thank you very much.